Hey business owners, so are you looking to raise money inside your early stage venture? I've been there, I've done that. We are too, and here are some of the things we've learned on how to raise money through a crowdfunding campaign. Very different from a GoFundMe. Let's dive into crowdfunding, what it is, how you can get funding from everyday, normal, non-accredited investors through crowdfunding. Hey friends, so if we haven't met, my name is Andy Smith. I've founded dozens of companies, helped many more take their business from early stage launch to momentum phase. And that has led my team and I to at least 2 8-figure exits and hopefully many more to come. So want to dive in today into the art of fundraising specifically through crowdfunding, because we're doing that inside our ventures, and I can share what we're doing with you. Okay, so first, why would you want to crowdfund anyways? Well, it's a way to leverage your audience, your community, and a way to be able to market to the masses out there, right? And so there are a plethora of accredited investors. There are lists, there's all kinds of ways to get in front of them. And then there's this thing called social media. And then there are these people called non-accredited investors. So they do not meet the criteria to be able to invest into a company through Reg A, Reg B, Reg C, all these different highly regulated sectors. The non-accredited investor doesn't have a way to invest alongside the big boys, right? And so crowdfunding is a way to give the little guy, the normal people, usins, an opportunity to invest into businesses so that they can have the same wealth creation that those people have, right? And so this is it. This is the mechanism. It hasn't been around all that long. In fact, it was 2016, I believe, when crowdfunding got passed into law and all the regulations started. But there are some strict things we've got to do as business owners, CEOs, and founders if we're going to pursue crowdfunding. So let me share with you what we've been doing, and it's pretty hot off the press. Okay, so there's going to be 3 partners that you're going to need to get your crowdfunding launched. First, you're going to need someone who can take care of the Form C. That is your big guiding document with everything in there. You're going to have your security agreement. You're going to have your offering. You're going to have your management bios. You're going to have your management discussion and analysis. You're going to have a description of the business. You're going to have all the other legal EIN type stuff that comes along with getting your business explained to the general public, because there are a lot of rules, and I'm doing that. Form C is the guiding document that encompasses all of that material. And so we've had to gather all of that. I'll tell you, a lot of that comes from your legal staff, so that's good. A lot of it is pretty standard, even though it looks extremely complicated to us and our team, our non-lawyer friends. But there are things you will need to do. You'll need to have financials. Financials can take you in 2 directions. You can raise up to $5 million in a 12-month rolling period through a crowdfunding round, but you're limited to $1.235 million if you want to raise without audited financials. So that just means you've got to take your financials to a tax accountant, to an accounting firm, and have them audited so that you can then turn those in inside your Form C if you're going to raise above $1.235 million. When you set out on a Form C, you're going to set out a few things. You're going to set out your minimum raise, and you're going to set out your maximum raise. Your minimum raise is going to be fixed. Until you raise that amount of money, you're not going to be able to get that money in your possession. You're not going to be able to take possession of those funds. If you do not raise your minimum floor, then the round is unsuccessful and you'll simply give it back to the investors. And so Form C is a lot of the brains, the engine behind your eventual crowdfunding fundraise. Form C is the big nut and where you should start. You got a great partner for that. We use Regulation D resources because they've been a great partner for us. And that's who we're using. So happy to reach out to them, happy to make a connection if you need one to them. They do not endorse us. That's who we're using. The second thing that will come with Form C is you're going to need a regulatory body, and our firm, Reg D Resources, not our firm, but the firm we're using, they do this as well, which is they provide the marketing material for your website portal, your investment portal. This is where the everyday person, the crowdfunding investor, is going to be able to go to your site and invest their money through your portal. Now, there's going to be more on that we're going to talk about in a minute, but the crafting of that design go along with your brand, your company, your mission, your vision, who are you, will be crafted by, in our case, Reg D Resources, or whichever partner you choose to do that website portal design and your Form C registration. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need is a broker dealer. BD to the people in the biz. You're You're gonna need a broker dealer to be able to facilitate your fundraise. They're gonna be the ones that's gonna go out and buy your website domain. So don't go buy the domain you want to use for your investment. They need to buy that. They will be the one that will approve the advertising that you're gonna do to your peeps, to the general audience. They're gonna have to approve that. They're gonna host and they're gonna manage that website portal for you, which is great. Gotta have them. They are part of your team, your partnership, your ecosystem when you're gonna go out and crowdfund. They will take typically a percentage of your business to do this. They will typically take a percentage of the fundraise. And so just know that going in, there's gonna be some cost associated with, there's gonna be 3 partners you're gonna need or 3 partners we use. You're gonna have to pay them to get this thing facilitated. And so a lot to unpack, but it's 3 big pillars. Broker dealer, BDs are one of your partners, and they will pretty much take that Form C. They will get the website designed from someone, and then they will wrap the bow on top and get ready for the public's eyes out. The final thing, the final partner we're using is someone who we can partner with to get our messaging created and also out. We're using a digital media company who is in this investor space. They've got the list of investors. What they're doing, they're creating a campaign for us where we'll go on, our team went on, we shot a day full of video, a lot of fun on that, and we told our story. We talked about what we're doing, who we are, why we're doing this, what is our mission, what is our vision, what is our history, what is our background, what have we done in the past, who's our team. So all these things to be able to tell the story, to market that out to eyeballs outside of our ecosystem. This is interesting. So inside your ecosystem and inside my ecosystem, the rule of thumb is you could really have about 150 to 200 people inside your cosmos. If we get limited mindset of that's our world, we're gonna miss out on the 8 billion people that are outside of our 200-person ecosystem, and that's a lot. There are a lot of people aligned with our value system. We just don't know them. We've just not been around them. We've not been exposed. We don't have a network. We've not been out on social media. And so there's a way to reach them, and digital marketing firms have it figured out. And it's a way of essentially touching that person wherever they're hanging out, wherever they're living, multiple times in order to figure out, do they want to be aligned with your cause? Do they want to invest in your venture? That's been a lot of fun. They do all the heavy lifting. We had to do the upfront heavy lifting of telling our story, understanding our why. Okay, so now the next thing to do, once you've got those 3 partners identified, they will guide you through the process. There will be a ton of paperwork on the Form C side. There'll be a ton of vision storytelling on the marketing digital agency side. And then with your broker dealer, your BDs, there'll be a ton of facilitating. So getting that ready. And then you're ready to go launch your campaign. And then you can talk about it on your social media channels, on the company's social media channels, to whoever you're out hanging out with. You can tell them your story and why they would benefit from investing inside your crowdfunding, raising opportunity inside your venture, and that's a way to raise capital. So lots to unpack there. Each thing has a bunch of different rabbit holes you can jump into, but just know you got to have 3 partners if you're going to go for a crowdfunding raise, someone to do your Form C and your website design. For us, that's 1 partner, a BD broker dealer to facilitate the whole thing. And then we went the extra step, which is 1, 2, 3, the extra step of hiring a digital marketing agency to help us tell our story, help us get it out there to people that are not in our ecosystem or want to be a part of our journey. A lot to unpack there. So again, my name is Andy Smith. Been building businesses since 2007. So a true entrepreneur. Invest my own money in my first 2 deals. And then starting in 2020, started bringing on investors to help amplify, accelerate the growth, the scale inside the ventures that we're part of. And then we also, my team and I, who've been together for some of us over a decade, we work with other founders to help them get their business from that early stage launch to momentum phase. And we've got a ton of different ways that we can work together, but just love to share the story, the journey, the mission, the lessons learned through my tribe here on social media. And so thank you for that. You can learn more about me at andysmithlife.com. That's my website. Launch2momentum.com is where we talk about our helping early stage entrepreneurs. And you can always DM me. It's me. I'll be right back to you. I'll always be the one that's answering your questions, answering the comments, and taking you inside our ventures on this journey. All right, friends, keep pushing, never give up. You will be successful.